Hey guys, today we're doing an unboxing and I'm going to give you guys my brief impressions of these new pair of wireless earbuds. They're called the Nura NuraTrues. So Nura is a small company founded in Australia, and what's special about their audio devices, they make headphones and earphones. What's special about them is that they have this specialized technology to basically play a sound into your ear, and then your ear will respond. And with a it's something called otoacoustic emission, OAE. So apparently our ears always emit this kind of noise or sound, and these earbuds, along with Nura's other products, they have a very sensitive microphone that can pick up these small noises that our ear makes, and then based on that, they can create a very personalized sound profile. So I read some reviews of Nura's products, and they all say that they're really good. The sound quality is really good, so I'm wondering how it compares to the top leading brands, because this is a $200 pair of wireless earbuds, which puts it kind of in the mid-range. It's not the cheapest pair, obviously, but it's not the most expensive either. Like the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 2 and the Sony WF-1000 XM4s, which just came out recently. Like those are more expensive. So I'm really wondering how these will compare to the top brands Sony and Sennheiser when it comes to audio quality. But yeah. These cost $200. Other features are they have aptX, no LDAC, of course. Sony, the 1000 XM4s are the only wireless earbuds on the market that have LDAC right now. But at least these guys have aptX, which is definitely better than the standard SBC. Bluetooth 5, Bluetooth quick switch. They're IPX4 sweat resistant. They have active noise cancellation. Those are pretty much standard features we would expect out of a pair of wireless earbuds in the $200 range. And their battery life is 6 hours, continuous battery life, and then 24 hours, of course, inside the case. That is the case for a lot of these wireless earbuds. They all come with a case, which give you extended battery life. So yeah, I'm really curious how this compares to like the AirPods Pro, the Sony 1000 XM4s, which are pretty much the market leader right now, I believe, and the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 2s. So anyways, it's a very small box. As you can see here, personalized sound. This is something that's very special about the Nura earbuds compared to the other ones. All of the Nura headphones and earphones use this technology. I'm really curious because I've never used a Nura product before. Fast charging, hybrid ANC, sweat resistant IPX4, social mode, which is basically the ambient mode, and other products, voice call, 6-hour battery, 18 VO case. Okay. Alright, it's a very small case. So that's good. I open it up. There's really not a lot inside. There's just these. Okay, this is a very small case actually right here. So that's right there. And then just download the Nura app. So the app, you really need to have the app to be personalized. Put on your NuraTrue, create your cooling profile. And what's inside here is just the some ear tips that are included. I think they're just standard silicone ear tips. There's no foam ear tips in here. USB-C charger, of course. This is going to charge with USB-C, as it should. And that's all that's on this case right here. That's all that's inside the box. Very simple. Not a lot of waste or anything, which is good. Just keep it to the essentials. Just charger, ear tips, and the case itself, and of course the earbuds. Actually, these are a bit bigger than I expected. They're like the size of a nickel. And just take them out, and yeah, I mean, they're roughly the size of a nickel, as you can see. And then you have these in your ears, and they're not the best looking wireless earbuds. Probably I would say the Bang & Olufsen's. I think the Bang & Olufsen's always look pretty nice looking products, even though they're overpriced. The Bose look alright as well, and yeah, I mean, maybe the Bowers & Wilkins ones look pretty good too, but those would be my picks for like the best looking ones. But these are just, I mean, they look like you'll have a pair of nickels in your ears, basically. Nickel-sized, round, like coin-shaped earbuds. But yeah, what matters is the sound quality. So I'm going to test out the sound quality of these and tell you guys what I think. Also, I'm going to show you a cool feature on the Motorola Razr Fold, which is going to be my playback device for this. The reason I'm not using my DAP is because the DAPs that I have, they don't have very good Bluetooth connections. They're really meant for wired connections. So that's why when it comes to wireless connections like Bluetooth, having an Android phone is still the best. And I use my Moto Razr Fold because this one The secondary display makes it really useful for things like playing music. So actually, like if you play a song, you can of course control it on this outer display here, but you can actually play the entire music player and just run it off of the secondary display. So yeah, I mean, you can see all your songs here. This is all of the albums I have. So basically, this secondary display, I can just do everything from here on my Razr Fold, which is pretty cool. So if I play this song, right?
We'll pay 'em with love tonight. It's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money.
So yeah, you can just control the entire music player from the secondary display. So it's not just the regular, you know, playback controls. You can, there's an entire music player you can launch from here, because the secondary display can actually launch any application on the phone, which is makes it really nice for something like this, for playing music. So all right, there we go. We have all the albums loaded, some John Mayer. So yeah, I just wanted to say that's the really cool feature of the Motorola Razr Fold. That's why I use this one as my main wireless music player, and then I use my Astel and Current as my main DAP for just playing wired music. But yeah, I can also do a search up here, so say I can search for Hendrix. I can do that, and yeah, I mean, you can do pretty much everything on the front cover display here, and I can even go to YouTube. Of course, this is a app dependent thing, so that's because the app that I'm using really depends on your music player app. But I like this one, right? Go to the songs, albums, artist, playlist, folders, genres, pretty much everything, right? I can do on my DAP. Really, I can do on here. The difference being that the DAP is going to have a much better built-in DAC and stuff, but and it's going to have the analog, you know, volume controls and media playback buttons. But yeah, I find that the front cover display on the Motorola Razr Fold is really useful for this, which is why I use this one as my main Android player. So alright, so I'm just going to give you guys my brief impressions of it. So yeah, this is a very interesting pair of wireless earbuds because of the special technology. This will tell you which one's left and which one's right, by the way, so no need to confuse those two. But yeah, I think I managed to find a pretty good fit. And by the way, you can there's touch controls on them as well, so you can tap on this one or double tap on it, and you can personalize it to whatever you want. But I think by default, if you double tap on this one, it opens the voice assistant, which is a Google Assistant on Android. And yeah, if you like double tap on this one, it might like go to the next track or previous track, and you single tap it, like pauses, and like you can customize and configure it in the app. But yeah, there are touch controls on here as well, so that's pretty cool. Then guys, show you guys the app. So this is the Nura app. You do have to download it, and what happens is initially it'll try to personalize the sound for you, and how it does that, just describing it, is they play like a very high frequency noise, and then they play a bunch of noises which I would describe as like robot noises. Like it's just the noises you would hear out of like a science fiction type of like a robot recalibrating itself. Like you'll hear like a bunch of like beeps and stuff like that, and it'll play those kind of noises for roughly a minute, and after that it'll come up with a personalized sound profile, and you can switch between the neutral profile here and the personalized profile, and you can also choose the level of immersion in it. And it's just pretty interesting. I'm not very good at describing sounds and stuff like that, and I think like the terms that people use are honestly, it's you know, it's always very vague. But the best way I can describe this is that, you know, neutral is very, very flat. And I'm not talking about this in the audiophile sense of flat. Like audiophiles like to have a flat frequency response. It's not in that sense. It's just I'm talking about flat in the sense that it sounds kind of boring. It sounds kind of bland to me. But when I put into personalized mode, it sounds more lively. For me at least, I think this might be different for everyone, but for me, the mid-range, it seems a little bit scooped, and the highs and the lows, like the trebles and the bass, are boosted a little bit. So that's what it seems like in this mode to me. It's almost like it almost like scoops the mids and just boosts the trebles and bass a little bit and makes the music a little bit more livelier. But I don't know, this could be different for everyone because it's personalized. But that's just my experience with it. Like neutral just seems very bland and boring to me. Personalized seems a lot more lively, a little bit more natural sounding to me. But yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. I don't like using like these terms. I know they're very vague, but that's the best way I can describe it. It's just, it seems, for me, this seems a little bit more lively, and the mid-range is a little bit scooped, but in return I get a little bit more highs and lows out of this, and it just seems more natural. So it's a pretty cool experience. Also, in the personalized mode, it seems like the sound stage is opened up a bit more as well. It's more wider. People talk about three-dimensional sounding. Well, that's basically how I can describe it here. It's just in the neutral mode, yeah, it doesn't sound like it. The sound stage is just very confined. In the personalized mode, the sound stage opens up a lot more, and I know it sounds cliche, but it does sound more three-dimensional to me. And by that I mean, yeah, it's almost like the music is like more around you, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I can't speak for everyone because this is such a personalized sound, but for me, I think compared to the wireless earbuds I've tried, I like these better than the Moondrop Sparks, and those are $80 though, so it's a little bit unfair. I think these also sound better than the Sony 1000 XM3s that I had, which are old earbuds. The 1000 XM4s are a little bit better, but I think these might still sound better than the 1000 XM4s too. But the strength of the 1000 XM4s are really for the technology, great for the active noise cancellation, and great for the LDAC codec. So really the strength of that is really in the technology in addition to the sound. This one might be a little bit better than the 1000 XM4s if you're just talking about pure sound. Of course, the Sonys are still going to be better when talking about the overall package, the whole technology package. The Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 2s might still be overall better. I still prefer the sound of that a little bit more. But I mean, these are really good for the price, $200. And the Sennheisers are usually more than that. The Sonys are more than this. As a pair of wireless earbuds, yeah, these are pretty good, I would say. Obviously, they're not going to compare to my IEMs, but my IEMs are like $500, $600, $1,000, so you can't compare it to those, and those are wired. So obviously, these are not going to compete with my IEMs. But that's in a totally different price category and just different category altogether. As it comes to wireless Bluetooth earbuds, the type that we use for convenience, for listening with our phones and stuff like that. Yeah, I think these are pretty good for the price, $200, and probably just talking about sound quality, this personalized sound for me is, yeah, it's better than every earbud I've tried except for the Momentum True Wireless 2s, like I mentioned, when it comes to Bluetooth wireless earbuds. I haven't tried the AirPods Pro before though, so I haven't tried those, but I think when it compared to the Sonys and the Moondrops, yeah, I think I prefer these a little bit more when it comes to sound quality. Overall tech, still the Sony 1000 XM4s are probably going to be the best overall out of all wireless Bluetooth earbuds, just because of the whole package. But yeah, I mean, just speaking just in terms of sound quality, I think I might like these a little bit better. So that's it, guys. That's my first impressions of the Nura NuraTrues. I think they're pretty cool earbuds. Yeah, the design is pretty interesting too, but they're not like too offensive or anything like that. Although I think they could be a little bit better. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously they're not Bang & Olufsen's or Bowers & Wilkins. So that's it, guys. That is the Nura NuraTrues, and let me know if you guys are interested in picking one up. Try it for yourself. Again, it's very interesting the way that they make a very personalized sound for you, and yeah, it is definitely a difference between that and the neutral sound for sure, but it's not something I can easily explain in a video. You really have to hear it for yourself. So, and one thing I didn't mention about yet is the active noise cancellation, and that's really because it's there, but it's not like a really good noise cancellation or anything. Like, it's definitely not up to Bose's or Sony's level. So don't expect that level of noise cancellation. I mean, it is there. It's probably still better than Sennheiser's noise cancellation, but it's not going to be like up to Sony Bose's level. But it's, it's sufficient, I would say, for if you're just using this like day to day, walking outside, it's fine. If you're using this on a flight, I mean, it's still going to cancel out noise, but it's just not going to be, don't expect like the Sony Bose level of performance for noise cancellation. So yeah, just wanted to talk about that. Yeah, the noise cancellation, don't expect it to be up to that level. It is there, it's just okay. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching.